When I saw this box, I got so excited, and so will you. Coming up next. Now here we go for the big unveiling. Yes, it's the Prada phone. We've been talking about this phone and waiting for this phone for months, and it is beautiful. Not just the box is beautiful, the leather case it comes with is beautiful. The phone is beautiful. It's sleek, it's stylish, it's clean, and I love it. Plus, it's an unlocked GSM phone, which means you can use this phone anywhere in the world with your SIM card, which I love because, you know, if you have a Prada phone, I think you're pretty much going to be traveling. I want to tell you a little bit more about this phone. Now, when I first opened the phone, I accidentally touched the screen and I realized that, wow, the clock actually moves just by the touch of my finger. Why? Because this is a fully touchscreen phone. The first, actually, and it's amazing. All the buttons are integrated on the screen. There are some buttons on the side, but you really don't need to use those unless you want to. The one I do suggest you use on the side is the lock key, which I love, especially for all you ladies out there that you have your phone in your purse and all of a sudden you have a random call to Kentucky somewhere because the button was pressed. With this phone, with that button, that is not going to happen. Plus, the features on this phone are amazing. I'm just going to play around a little bit while we're talking. As you can see, everything's very simple to read. I played around with this phone for about 5 minutes yesterday, and within 10 minutes, I could figure practically everything out with the phone. Let's go into the menu. First of all, as you can see, everything is really simple to read, simple to understand, especially the dialing, which obviously is what you're going to be mostly doing with it because it is a phone. I love the way it's clean. It's easy, very easy to dial. If I was making a call right there, you could see how easy it is, and there I would go. And then we're going to go back now. Well, I was so excited about the phone. The first thing I started playing around with was the multimedia in this phone, which it has everything. It has an amazing camera, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. MP3 player, which, by the way, plays every format imaginable. I went right to the camcorder last night. I couldn't resist because, number one, it's so easy to use. And I love the open face of the camera, which really shows the image so nicely. Now, this is what I shot last night of my little fat cat Zilla there. And the color is so crisp. All right, I'm going to tilt it over so you can actually see. Look at that picture. Look at I just love the openness. It kind of seems like you're watching it on a really small monitor and not on your phone. So that was pretty impressive. We're going to get out of that for a minute because I want to show you why this takes such amazing pictures and why the pictures are so clear and so crisp. Because this Prada phone uses a Schneider lens, one of the best and most elite lenses in the world. Why? Because this is a Prada phone and they're only going to use the best. Well, if you have a few minutes on your hands, you better have a Prada phone because let me tell you, the game applications on this phone are really cool. The graphics are so vibrant and it uploads really fast, as you can see. This actually is probably my favorite game on this phone. I'm a little addicted to it, so I don't know if I'm going to start because I don't think I'll stop. But that at least gives you a little taste of how amazing that is and just how beautiful it is. It kind of feels like you're watching a little monitor, not a phone, because it's a Prada phone. All right, and just to touch on a little bit of what this phone has, it has a web browser. Obviously, you have your messaging, your call history, your dialing, everything's right there in front of you. What I'm going to go to is what we were talking about earlier is the multimedia functions of this phone. We talked about the camera, the camcorder. Well, it also has an FM radio. You can see the icon right there. You just plug in the earpiece. The earpiece acts as an antenna. So if you're not playing games, you're not taking pictures, you're not shooting video, hey, you can listen to the radio. This phone has everything. The options on this phone are limitless, and you're going to be playing with this phone all day long. Now, we talked about all the multimedia of this phone, the camcorder, the camera, the MP3 player that plays every format imaginable. This also has a voice recorder. And what about this little icon up here? The little My Stuff folder, which is right over here. So we're going to press that. And it brings us right into everything that's yours. What is going to make you personalize this phone and make it your own Prada phone. Your images, your sounds, your videos, your documents, and whatever else you want to throw in there. Now we're going to go back over to the menu icons, because I wanted to tell you that one thing that's amazing about this card too is it also has a micro SD card, which means you could store more. And you know where you put that? Right here, in the back of the phone, under the battery. Well, my first impression of this phone was how sleek, how stylish, how beautiful this phone is. And I have to admit, my first impression is a lasting impression because, hey, it is a Prada. And I'm done now. I have to go because I have to take this call. I'm going to do lunch. So until then, but you can email me, michelle@tiger.tv. Talk to you later. Yeah, I'm back. Hi. Oh my God, no way. That is so awesome.